welcome to...
I hope you haven't been saying anything really inappropriate. Well, do you want to run the camera or run this? As far as the camera goes, we'll just stay zoomed out. Yep. All you gotta do is go side to side, so... Don't forget. They'll let you know.
Wagoner folks are completely understanding.
Right.
I was just saying that because my ego. I was not going to tell him that.
You think you can?
So, hey, I heard I gave you lunch detention.
Oh, you sure did.
What was it for? What'd you do?
Oh, so, okay, you might not remember this, but one time you subbed for Shelly Jones.
Okay.
So,
I'll tell you. Stadium, the Skiatook High School Bulldogs.
Okay, alright.
I'm not throwing any strays here.
Right.
But, we were on the back wall, me, Brody, and some of my other friends.
Okay.
We were playing this football trivia card game.
Okay.
And I remember, like, one of your rules was like, don't be loud and like, don't talk. And he told us we couldn't talk.
I already know you
I remember
can't do that.
we
Right.
had Olivia Holman in there. And apparently she was in an honors class. And so they all started talking, right? And so like, okay, they're talking. And we're playing football trivia game. And you sound good. So we start talking. From what I remember, everyone else was talking. And then you gave us lunch attention on the back. He was like, you guys on that wall, lunch attention. And like Brody like flipped out. I remember he got mad at you. And I was like, bro, just deal with it. And then I just went on about my day. And my lunch attention.
Did you have to write, did I make you write sentences? No?
That was one of your punishments. I heard that you gave out a lot of sentences.
I did give out a lot of sentences that year. Yeah, I did. Only place I've ever had people write sentences.
Really?
Yep. I've always taught high school, so.
Where do you teach now?
TCC. Tulsa Community College.
Oh wait, no, I actually did know. Her said something about it. Yeah, he's like, we have a big shot brother.
I got a video of you the other day doing push-ups.
Oh my
You did?
God.
Yep. KK.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh yeah, her sweats out push-ups.
I saw. I don't know who it was that you were doing push-ups with. Some blonde-haired kid, I think.
It was Josh Hammonds. He thought he could do more than me. I was like, no way. Not even close.
Like 36 pounds.
I got 40 the other day.
She sent me the video on Facebook and said, what would your brother be doing in class? So hey, sometimes the lessons you get in class ain't about the subject you're supposed to be learning.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta learn, but not necessarily English.
Yep.
I won a debate against her. That was the most one I had. I won that debate. I used emotion, credibility, and logic.
There you go.
Yeah. That logic might have been a little sketch.
Well. Okay, but you know that those paragraphs were mainly on Olivia's side.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, the stories were on. Like, we couldn't really find them. But I was searching. Ethos, pathos, and logos.
There you go. That kid.
Yeah, I actually learned something from last week.
Yeah.
I can multitask.
I know you're a smart kid. It's your mouth that gets me sometimes. Golly. Got him too.
So what?
Look, here's the thing. He's probably right. There probably wasn't everybody talking.
Probably so.
But you hear him over everybody else.
And if I had to guess, I bet I told you guys to be quiet because of some other reason first, and you were like, nah.
Wait.
He's like, I'm a Wagoner kid. I'm just going to look at you and acknowledge it, and then
that's
completely ignore what you said and keep on going.
Yeah, it is.
In a nutshell.
Hey, I'm not that loud. Okay, Katie is louder.
Louder? I don't think so.
Alpha Filthier language. Okay, but I'm loud. But
Did you say filthier language?
I'm loud, but I do not be yelling out stuff like, hey, your son was in the room and he was saying cuss words.
Yeah, I warned you.
We warned him.
No, I mean, I warned Loic. Hey, you're probably
Ladies and
going to hear some
gentlemen, in honor
words.
of our country, would you please stand and lift your caps and play the national anthem by the Bulldog Band?
He said when you got to say, hey, no, because he did not say nothing bad. He said, okay, what? In the next 3 sentences.
That's not good.
Hello and welcome to Friday Night Bulldogs. You have the Hurst brothers on the mic. You have Jackson Steele on camera. And hey, Wagoner Bulldogs here, trying to knock down the Skiatook Bulldogs with a whole lot on the line.
Yeah. I mean, you have 2 games left of the season. If you win both, you make the playoffs. If you lose tonight, a lot has to work in your favor to make the playoffs. And both teams feel that. Not just the Bulldogs, but or not just the Wagoner Bulldogs, but Skiatook as well. Yeah, so Halloween night with a lot of playoff implications here. It'll be a fun one. Your Wagoner Bulldogs are 3-5 coming into this game. Most recently getting beat pretty bad. against Grove Ridge Runners. Coach Ryan Keenum, former defense coordinator here in Wagoner, is the one who had coached against us last week. Obviously, he had his boys ready to play. But now it's our turn. Now the Wagner boys have to come ready to play if they're wanting to not make history in a bad way.
So on paper, Skiatook has a better record than Wagner does. But if you go and look at the schedule and the previous results, they haven't beat very good teams. And looks like the back half of their schedule, or what's remaining, where are we at here?
What's remaining is going to be us and Grove.
Oh, us and Grove, yep. But I believe you told me that if Wagner wins tonight, that eliminates Skiatook.
Yeah, assuming that they'll lose to Grove, and that will eliminate Skiatook, which after seeing Grove, you have to assume that Grove's going to handle business. And then next week we play Bulldogs, who plays Grove tonight, and again, you expect Grove to win, but anything could happen once those Friday night lights turn on. So few things that to kind of keep in mind. If Wagner loses by 13 or more points tonight, they are eliminated from the playoffs. If they lose by less than 13, there's still a chance. Now, if Ulaga beats Grove and we lose tonight, then obviously we're out. So if everything's in our hands, right? If we win the next two games, we're in. If not, we leave it in somebody else's. Never what you want to do as a football team. So the Skiatook Bulldogs are 5-3 on the season. They have wins against Glenpool, Memorial, Nathan Hill, Catoosa, and Miami. 5 wins obviously sounds good. However, if you start looking deeper into that, the opponents that they've won against have combined for 5 wins on the season. So kind of alarming, right? If you're Skiatook, I know you have 5 wins, but you're not feeling real comfortable coming into this game. The teams that they've lost against are 17-7 combined on the season. They did play Miami. They beat Miami, but they only won by a touchdown. Wagner Bulldogs beat them by, I believe, 3 touchdowns. So now they did beat Catoosa 42-0, where we beat them. I don't remember the exact score here. It looks like 55-20. So not as bad, but still significant. I think both teams are kind of scratching that. I think both teams are kind of focusing on that Miami matchup. Let's see. So they like to pass the ball, it looks like. The quarterback is this is for Skiatook, is 103 for 198 attempts. So a decent percentage, not great, a little over 50%. He does throw for 180 yards per game, 10 touchdowns on the season versus 5 interceptions. That's pretty solid. It's pretty efficient. The running back has 124 carries, averages almost 100 yards per game, and has 11 touchdowns on the season. So they like to run him as well. And it looks like they have a receiving core that shares the load. So currently the Wagner Bulldogs are 6th in the district. Remember, only the top 4 teams make that playoff. A lot of good games going around in the district tonight. I know Fort Gibson and Cushing play tonight, and that's what's going to dictate who places in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd spot of this district and going into the playoffs.
So the captains just met. It looks like the Wagner Bulldogs are getting set to run through the banner and enter the field. And
Get your headphones, please. Here's your projected starting lineup for your Skiatook Bulldogs. Number 1, Jaden Orr. Number 2, Kadeem Drummond. Number 3.
So the head coach of Skiatook is Preston Pearson. He's in his 2nd year here at Skiatook. The year before he got here, the program went 1-9. Skiatook is not known for their football. They've been lackluster for most of their history. Last year they did go 3-7, so it is improving. Obviously they're 5-3 already, so it's better than what it was or what it has been. Before this, he was at Union High School as an assistant coach. Couldn't find his exact role this most recent time, but he was there for 7 years. Before that, he was the head coach for 3 years at Putnam City North. I just turned their program around. Took them to the playoffs 2 times out of the 3 years when they had taken looks like they hadn't been 7 years prior before he showed up. So kind of turned that program around. Decided to come back home to the Tulsa area and rejoin Union, which was actually at the offensive coordinator at Union 8 years prior to Putnam City. So Union for 8 years, Putnam City for 3, and then Union again for another 7 years. Yeah, I believe they're 6'8" I could be wrong on that. He does have 3 state championships under his belt for those first 8 years of Union as a coordinator. And so he knows football, obviously. So we'll see. Right, we'll see what game plan he draws up for this Wagner team. If you're Wagner, you got to kind of come out and punch him in the mouth early and set the tone of this game. We've seen the turnovers and the penalties rack back up over the last couple of games. You really want to see those disappear here. Get out of your own way.
So we have 55 viewers as of this moment. Hey, chat, let us know where you're watching from. Looks like we're getting the Skiatook, that little hype video before they come out. You have smoke coming out of their little tunnel. See if I can get you a shot here.
I like that you look for little too.
Yeah, their little bitty tunnel. There they are. And here come the Wagner Bulldogs. And we are outside tonight, so hopefully the fans watching at home get a little bit of this Friday night experience of being in the stands. With the band going, you can hear some of the fans. Looks like we have a decent amount of fans show up for this. It's about an hour and 15-minute drive. So. So it looks like Wagner is going to receive the ball first.
Okay, so the 5-3 Bulldogs are going to kick off to the 3-5 Bulldogs to start this game off. We'll see what they can do.
John Towards fencing back.
Kicks it short. They fumbled it. It looks like they fell on it. I believe that's Mark Goins there in the return. Slipped through his hands to start and then fell on it immediately. Ball's going to be placed at the 26-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wagner Bulldogs.
Section will throw 26-yard line. Our Skiatook quarterback club kickoff kid tonight was Dominic Fortino.
Just so as we noticed, it looked like in the warm-ups that Keyshawn was looking a little more healthy, a lot more healthy than he looked at by the end of the game in his Grove last Friday.
Yeah, I noticed in the game last week, or in the warm-ups last week, he was barely putting any weight on his ankle or leg. I'm not sure exactly where the injury is. And then today he was kind of hopping around and throwing some pretty accurate balls down the field.
Correcting the clock here real quick. 5-minute kickoff.
Touchy. So it looks like the refs are helping Keyshawn with his uniform here. Worried about the knee pad. So, all right, here we go.
Brown.
The touch pass to Deshaun Jordan. He has enough for the first down. Pick up about 11 or 12 there. So good play to start the drop off with. Definitely want to keep that momentum. You have 4 out at the bottom of your screen here. It could be a screen pass. Deshaun Jordan again. Picks up about 7 at the side. So I bring up 2nd and 3. It looks like this Wagoner offense is intentionally going quicker than normal.
Yeah, it's the fastest I've seen him go.
Yeah.
I'm curious if this is just his first drive or if they'll continue to do that throughout the
Right.
game.
Maybe they see something about that Skiatook defense that kind of opens up whenever you get speed and that.
Three for Wagoner.
Stevie Brown makes a bunch miss. Just have to fight for one. Oh, he does finally get drugged down.
First and goal, Wagoner.
Sorry about that. We missed the play. We have new responsibilities that we're not used to. So he does make 3 miss on that play. Breaks through a couple of arm tackles and finally gets drugged down. It looks like at the 7-yard line. Pushed out of bounds there at the very end. So first and goal, ball at the 7.
Nice job. That's not
I'm at the middle, but it gets stuffed pretty quick.
Bobby Henderson at the line. Good job by Bert shoot the gap that time. No game. Second goal, 7. Brown back to pass. Goes the way.
Did he just scramble out and throw it out of bounds?
Yeah, he tried to make, or he did make one miss, but there was nothing open, so he just threw it out of bounds.
I see.
At least he did something.
Pressure that down to back to the goal. Pull that one away. Third and goal.
So 3rd and goal, ball at the 8-yard line. He's gonna like to pass it. Ooh, threw it just out of his reach. Trying to find Elijah Love there. Just threw it out of bounds. Looks like the punt or the field goal unit's gonna come out.
Here back after coverage. Make sure let's put the pressure on the quarterback.
And better some points than none.
Yeah.
You want to get into the end zone late, or especially after that great run by Stevie Brown.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, don't want to waste too many of those. Want to capitalize as much as you can.
Yeah.
It's up. Bounces off the bottom of the goalpost, and it bounces out. So no good there for the Bulldogs. It'll be a turnover. The Skiatook Bulldogs are going to take this all the way out to the 20, and that counts as a touchback. So they'll take the ball at the 20, 1st and 10. They get to pick which side of the field they want to mark it on.
So any of this field goal counts as a touchdown?
If it's inside the 20.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's inside the 20. If it's outside, you just take it where the ball was.
Yeah, so Wagoner tries to play it safe and kick the field goal and comes up with nothing. That hurts.
That does. That does. I mean, like we were just mentioning, you got to get out of your own way, and you can't waste opportunities whenever you have them.
Yeah.
So the defense is going to try to stiffen up here and prevent any points going on the board for the Skiatook Bulldogs.
And lead.
So he's going to pick up 5 right there, right up the middle in the I formation. So
Trying to fix up my second line for now.
As always, I'm curious to see how this defensive line plays. It's usually a strong point for Wagoner.
yes, it is. They fake the handoff and roll out. Wagoner caught a break there. He was wide open, and it hit him right in the chest and just fell to the ground. So, boy, they caught a break. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Skiatook Bulldogs. It seemed like a well-designed play. I mean, the play action was good. Ball was right on his chest and just slipped through his hands. So they're just going to keep a tight formation here. Hand it up to him. He picks up about 2, but not nearly enough to pick up the first down.
Luke's going to get a little break. But,
Yeah.
Take advantage of it.
Yep. He had 3 and out on the first drive of the game. Usually those first drives are scripted by the offensive coordinator, and if that's the best that you can draw up, you might worry a little bit.
Rocket Maxwell's not taken away from the zone.
Booming punt.
Nice kick.
It's going to go all the way down to the 30. It looks like they spot it down at the 30.
44 yards and a 4-yard return. Good job.
I hope it's because we're outside and not really used to be outside. It seems like the Wagner players are pretty amped up recently.
Yeah. It seems like they have a lot more energy than we've seen in the last few weeks. Which, I mean, hey, how could you not be amped up for this game? I mean, you win and, take it game by game, but you win now and win next week, you're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And who knows what happens in the playoffs, especially an experienced Wagner team. Okay, so 1st and 10 for the Wagner Bulldogs, ball at that 30. Stevie Brown just runs through a handful of tackles. Yeah. Pick up about 11 to pick up the first down.
We're half of an almost forward for 13 yards. Wagner comes down.
Screen pass out to Elijah Love for gain 4 or so yards.
Play that game. Second step.
That Skiatook band is sure loud, and they're right there at the end of the end zone and just playing right into the field. The screen pass out to number 23. I believe that's Coco. He picks up enough for a first down. So second first down already on this drive. A lot of momentum. And like we've seen all year, this Wagner offense can move the football. They just struggle when the field gets shorter. They're going to hand off to Coco again. He's met in the backfield, but fights for a few extra yards. Looks like he's going to pick up 2 whenever it looked like he should have really gotten tackled in the backfield.
Picks up Marvin Johnston. Brown made the initial hit, but the Bulldogs hit on that tackle. Second down and 8.
Oh, looks like they drew him offside. So looks like it's going to be, false start on the defense. So that'll move up 5 yards. That's going to bring it to about 2nd and 3. About 2nd and 3.
It's refreshing to see Wagner on the winning side of the penalty battle. See how long, see if they can hold that throughout the game.
Yeah, one thing that they haven't done in the last several weeks, right? We saw 2 weeks where they really took care of the ball, but really other than those 2 weeks, they've been pretty loose with it. So give it to Coco up the middle again, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. So didn't lose anything, but didn't lose anything either.
So 3rd and 3 with 6 minutes, 15 seconds left.
Yeah.
Clock running.
Coaches are calling for the muscle formation, so here comes all the big boys. So Jordan decided to take off down there too. They cut for muscle, so yeah, that is a big lineup. They shift to that weak left side right there. And Coach Kynes is going to call his first time out, as usual. I mean, we see this every week that he calls them early. He's not afraid to call them early. But boy, is he effective coming out of them.
Kind of looking forward to see that muscle,
Right,
how that worked out.
right. Really, I'm surprised the Skiatook coaches didn't elect to call that timeout there because they had the let's see, the offense's right side stacked pretty heavy, and then we shifted everybody over to the left, and there was hardly anybody over there. I'm surprised to see that timeout, to be honest with you.
Patient treatment. Our team has your back, and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
Again, as always, we'd like to thank our corporate sponsors, Advanced Orthopedics and Dr. J. Horton, Tractor Supply of Skiatook, Racing Canes of Alonso, and Sausage Roll of Town. After the time out, sacrifice number 3, lost 29.
Okay, so this Wagner offense is going to trot back out onto the field. Skiatook defense waiting on them. Looks like they go to their muscle formation again, it looks like. Going to hand it off to Stevie Brown right up the middle. And it's strong enough to pick up the first down.
Powerful run, as you would expect from Stevie Brown.
Yep. So they're going to motion to Sean Jordan over out and give him a little touch pass.
Dylan Gordon.
He's going to pick up about 5 on that. Kind of pinballing all the way down for 5 yards.
Gator Gibson over in there for the little attacker. Speaking of 8.
So what we saw is a really fast offense there at the very beginning of the game has slowed way down and kind of been a little bit more methodical with their decisions. Keyshawn's going to drop back to pass. He finds one. That's Jonas Smith. He gets tackled for the first down and gets all the way down. It looks like they're spotting him at the 8. Holding. So they're going to repeat second down. That'll back him up 10 yards.
So how often have we seen that this year? And it's caught, and then
Yeah.
back and ends up in.
Yeah, absolutely. Far too often. It's kind of put the nail in the coffin, so to speak, in a lot of the games that we've seen this season. Okay, so they're going to try it again. 2nd and 12. Have Elijah Love in motion here. Hand it off to Stevie Brown. He's pushed to the outside, but he's going to take it. It looks like he's going to make it all the way in. Touchdown, Wagner.
Just like a doctor ordered to just get. Oh, and
Another flag.
And that would be devastating if that's against Wagner.
Looks like that is going to be against Wagner. I didn't see what it was. Another holding penalty on the Wagner Bulldogs. That'll back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so they'll be all the way back to the 40. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15 instead of a touchdown. Yeah, that's frustrating, right? Like we said, you have to get out of your own way if you're Wagner. It's time. If you want to make the playoffs, you have to start performing right now. And these are the simple mistakes that we're making still in week 9 that we were making in week 1. So 2nd and 15. Hand it off to Stevie. Looks like he's going to find the corner over there. There's going to be another flag, and I believe it's going to be holding again on their far sideline.
You're kidding me.
If that's true, that's the 3rd holding call in the same play. Right? We were 2nd and 2, backed up to 2nd and 12, backed up to 2nd and 15, and potentially 2nd and 25 now. That's exactly what it is. Holding on the Bulldogs. I'll back them up another 10. So shooting themselves in the foot on this drive. So we have 2nd and 25 all of a sudden, whenever we really should have had a touchdown early in this drive.
Or multiple.
Yeah.
Multiple opportunities.
Yes. Okay, so 3 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first quarter. 0-0, 2nd and 25 for the Wagoner Bulldogs.
This quarter is absolutely flown, man.
It has. Those are a little bit behind his brother. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe 2 more. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 23. So obvious passing down here. You ideally want to take a bigger chunk out of that on that play right there, but they only get 2 out of the 25 that they needed. So now you have to take a shot down the field and a pretty deep one at that. So these plays are a little bit easier to defend if you're Skiatook than if it was 3rd and say 8 even.
We've seen what the interception is.
Yes, we have.
Keyshawn Brown.
So Keyshawn's going to take a shot here. He takes one to Deshaun Jordan, and he catches it for a first down. I don't see any flags this time. So that'll be 1st and 10. Ball looks like it's at the 11-yard line. Chains have moved, so I believe it'll stand.
Call fast.
At the screen pass after Deshaun Jordan. He picks up about 3 right there to get the ball down at the 8. So we'll have 2nd and 7 coming up. Yeah, that one came quick. That play came quick. So 2:15 left in the first quarter here. 0-0.
You have to get points in this.
Yeah, you do. You do.
You really want to touch it.
Yeah. So they'll take their time getting this play in. Carson Klinger in motion. Gonna hand this one off to Stevie Brown. Looks like he's gonna get down to the 2-yard line. It looks like is where they're spotting him. I don't know if that's enough for a first or not. Maybe they spot him at the 3.
3rd, 3.
Yeah. So 3rd and about 2 at the 3-yard line. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Carson Klinger in motion again. They're going to hand it off to Stevie Brown. He's met in the backfield. Loss of 2 right there. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Last time they marched the field goal unit out there, they missed it, clanking it off the bottom of the goalpost. Let's see what they elect to do here. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to draw Skiatook offside. I don't think it's no, they're not close enough to get the first down off of that, but make that a little bit easier. Maybe watch a timeout right here, right before the play clock ends. So 48 seconds left in the first quarter. 4th and about 4 or 5. They're motioning stuff in. I don't know if it's a play or if it's going to be trying to draw them offside. And there goes the timeout. Just before the play clock ended, it looked like they didn't get to play in time. They never even tried to draw them offside on that one. Yeah, so you definitely need points on this. You can't afford to not get on the board right here. With it being 4th and 4 or 4th and 5, I would like to see the field goal unit go out. I mean, they've been pretty consistent all year long, besides obviously that last possession, which was a fluke. I don't know if it was a bad hold or just a misplaced kick. I'm not really sure, but we don't see that very often out of Rhett Butler.
No, yeah, Rhett Butler's a kicker that you can absolutely rely on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just because he missed one.
Yeah, you can't go away from it.
Exactly.
Looks like the Bulldogs are going to take the entire timeout to decide what they're going to do, and they trot the offense back out. So 4th and 4, about 4th and 5. Ball is at the 5-yard line. So let's see. He's sacked in the backfield. He had an option out wide early. I didn't see. I believe that was number 7, Andrew Rathsack, that was open on that flat early, and he hesitated just a second, and it was enough for the Skiatook defense to get a sack there. So the Skiatook defense is going to get the ball here at the 10-yard line. So it's the second turnover on downs if you count the field goal, the missed field goal. In fact, the Skiatook offense sprints out to the ball. Wagoner defense is a little slower to get there. So 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Your score is still 0-0. You're going to hand it off up the middle from that I formation again. Looks like he picks up about 7 on that play. So they bring up 2nd and 3.
The 15 to the 7.
Defense has to come out and make another stand.
He's up 2nd.
That's just so devastating. Not getting any points out of that last drive.
Last 2 drives. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they were inside the 10 on both of them.
Yeah.
And didn't convert.
Hold on.
Looks like that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So deadlocked at zeros. Nobody able to find the end zone yet. Now, a good sign though is this Wagoner defense. I mean, they picked up 7 on this drive on that last run, but they have not given up a first down yet. It's Wagoner defense.
So, like I said earlier, that first quarter just absolutely flew by. It's really just, if I remember right, it was just 3 concessions, right? 2 Wagoner positions and 1.
Yeah.
It just started and second.
Yeah.
And gobbling up the time of possession. 0 was to show for it.
Hey, whenever you don't throw an incompletion, whenever you run the ball pretty heavily, I mean, that's what happens. The clock runs. And then, of course, all the plays where you had the thing, the clock was running the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, that was 3 massive plays that came back and just ate up all the time. So, yeah, that one went quick. Not very many snaps in that first quarter.
It's time.
So the football players are out there ready to play, but it looks like the police officers want to have a go. So it looks like the Skiatook police force is going to be recognized right here in the middle of the game, apparently. So
Might take a little time to recognition.
yeah, that's true. They even got the dog out there. Yeah, that's great. Well, they get a standing ovation by the home crowd over there. That's nice to see.
Yeah, they should be. They should.
Yeah.
Begin the second quarter of play. Bulldogs ball, 17-yard line, 2nd and 3.
So Skiatook was ready to play until the police officers got out there. As soon as the police officers walk off, Skiatook wants to go back into a huddle.
Right. Hey, I mean, if you're a coach, you take all the time you can to figure out what you want to do on this drive, especially considering how unsuccessful their offense has been so far. Okay, so here we go. 2nd and 3. The ball is placed at the 21-yard line. Gonna hand it off to their feature back. He's going to pick up enough for the first time this time. Looks like he picked up about 7 or 8 on that play. So good run there for the Skiatook Bulldogs. That is their first down for the night. On a Halloween night. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween, everybody.
Okay, so it'll be 1st and 10. Ball is at the 29-yard line, their own 29-yard line. So not making much headway, but they are moving.
Stay in that I formation.
Yeah, they don't move out of that, it looks like. And again, they're going to give it to their feature back, and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8. It looks like 7 on that one.
Popped out after he hit the ground. Pushes that to the 31-yard line.
Looks like the Wagner coaching staff is wanting to hold on the Skiatook Bulldogs this time, so the Wagner Bulldogs, but it looks like they're not going to get it. Wagner coaching staff pretty upset about that one. I didn't particularly see it, but I wasn't looking back there either. So, 2nd and 3. Ball at the 31-yard line.
Get it running by your 50-50 tickets. Keep around right now. Celebration.
They're going to hand it off again. Boy.
Again on the speed.
He picks up another 8.
Good for
So,
another Bulldog.
he's picking up 7 or 8 in the last 4 runs every single time. So kind of alarming. Wagner defense wants to get this stopped sooner rather than later, especially since they don't have any points on the board right now after failing 2 times.
Yeah, with that affirmation, you have all those extra blockers.
Yeah.
They're getting through defensive line and not getting hit until they're already a few yards in field.
And that doesn't look like a small offensive line that Skiatook has. And then plus the 2 fullbacks. It's like they do have a new halfback in there, so they're going to hand it to him too. And he's met about 2 yards up the field, 2 or 3. Looks like 3 is what they're going to give him. So they'll bring up 2nd and 7. So good stop right there. You can't give up the big plays.
Tunnel 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Try hand it off again from that I formation. Looks like they're going to give him 2 yards this time. Nope, 3. They just keep moving up the field. So, no, it looks like they're moving back to 2. Okay, so 3rd and 5 here. Ball is at the 45-yard line, so almost midfield.
Noah Pete made the tackle.
Oh, so the chat saying that the ball might have came out late, and maybe the coaches were upset about something. So maybe there was a potential fumble and the refs didn't see it. Oh, they go play action here. He has pressure back there, though. And now Wagner defensive line's going to take him down in the backfield. That's Noah Harris, or not. Anthony Harris in the backfield. I'm combining players now. That's Anthony Harris with the sack. But boy, did he have a lot of pressure from a handful of those defenders.
Defensive line there to play. I think it was Elijah Letton and blitz.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's going to bring up punt unit for the Skiatook Bulldogs. We do have Deshaun Jordan back to return it. Now, he is explosive, so watch out. They're going to punt it to him. He receives it at the 25. Looks like he's going to get just shy of the 35. So almost a 10-yard return there. Wagner offense is going to come back out. Again, they've moved the ball well tonight. Just whenever they get to that inside the 10 is where they're struggling.
It's not just tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right.
The season, they can move the ball, but just can't get points for it.
You're right.
A lot of the time. Got to reward this defense for getting stops.
Yeah, it's hard to play defense whenever your offense doesn't do anything for you. It's what we've talked about all season, right? Is playing that complementary football. They tried a little sweep, but he's taken down in the backfield for a loss of about 4, it looks like. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 14. And boy, they got penetration early in that play. So Stevie Brown's going to limp off the field. We did see him come out earlier with maybe an ankle or something. We saw Coco as the feature back. Coco held his own, but you definitely want to have that senior presence this late in the season. They're going to drop back to pass this. He finds Elijah Love in the curl route. He jukes one, goes through another, and he has enough for a first down. Ball is at the 36-yard line for the Bulldogs, first down.
Heck of a pass. Heck of a move.
Yeah, and a great route. He's so good at the curl, right? I mean, and here's the problem is he's such a deep threat, you have to play off of him, and you leave that curl wide open.
And he comes off the field, might be a little shaken up, and then you see there's a Skiatook player down.
Yeah. He fought through a pretty hard tackle. I mean, ran through the defender, but it was a pretty hard tackle. Now, he may have enough time here to kind of recoup and get back on the field if this injury takes a while.
Yeah.
So the Skiatook player is laid out. Looks like they send a couple of trainers and maybe a coach to check on him. Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
I don't know what it is about this stadium, but you can hear the coaches talking.
Yeah.
You can hear the refs talking, the players talking, all the way from up here. It's just, I don't know if the sound is amplified or what.
Right.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is. You know, it's funny to me how big of a basketball arena that they have
yeah.
versus, I mean, really kind of small for a football field.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a shot of the
It's
football or the basketball stadium.
It's literally just as big as the football stadium.
That enormous building that you see in the background. Not a good thing.
Yeah. It is a beautiful basketball gym, though. Played a couple of games in there and watched a handful as well. Okay, so it looks like the injured player is going to get helped off the field by a couple of coaches. Skiatook does trot their defense out. Bulldogs taking all the time that they can to get their offense out. Oh, they fake the pitch out to Coco and they hand it off to Deshaun for the reverse, and he picks up about 15 on that play. Ball's going to be placed at it looks like the 38-yard line. That's the Skiatook 38. So across midfield there. First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Is that the second time we've seen it this personally?
I think on the fake, yeah. We saw him in motion, and he's getting that little touch pass a few times. But yeah, I think that was the second fake pitch, and then just a little bit of shuffle pace. Coco tries to fight through one. He's still fighting. He's going to pick up about a yard on that play. Maybe two. I don't know exactly what they give him. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Bulldogs. And here comes Stevie Brown back on the field. This is what you're going to see. It's like Carter Brown's going to run him.
6 minutes, 15 seconds left with the clock running in this second quarter. Still 0-0.
Hand it off to Stevie Brown as soon as he comes into the game, and he fights through arm tackles and drags one down before finally taking down at the 25-yard line. So that's a pickup of about 13. Great run right there. Hopefully he's healthy enough to continue. Looks like he's hurting a little bit still.
No matter what, he's still right. That's probably why we're not seeing him just hand it to him. I haven't time to get him.
Yeah. So he takes a shot. He was under a lot of pressure back there in the backfield. They brought a pretty big blitz there. Looked like they had cover 0, so no safeties behind receivers. He just didn't have enough time to find them. So it's like it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 here. Boy, that Skiatook band is just playing right into the face of these Wagoner Bulldogs. I'm sure it's pretty hard to hear. I know it's hard for me to hear. Bring more pressure. They throw the screen to Zion Corey. Picks up about 5 or 6 there. We've seen Zion Corey really come into his own player these last several weeks.
Sure hands.
You know, I think I saw that him and I believe Mikey Areola and only have, I think it's only like their second year playing football. So that's kind of nice to see that these kids are going up so fast. They bring all the house. They're going to throw it out there to, I don't know who that is, Zion Fleury again. He does get enough for the first down. There might have been some extracurriculars there after the play, but the refs say, hey, just keep playing.
4 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second quarter.
Ball is placed at the 19, so you're in the red zone now. First and 10. This is where we've seen Wagner run into struggles all season long. Let's see if they can overcome those in this drive. Going to hand it off to Stevie Brown. He gets a great block out there and runs through a tackler.
Stevie Brown.
He's finally brought down at the 3-yard line. I feel like that was a little shy of what he actually got to. I was thinking more of a 1, honestly.
Could give the referee the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the knee came down.
Maybe so.
Ball was sure. Ball pretty well.
Yeah, it was. But that will give him enough for a first and goal. Ball at the 3. He's met before he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but he does drag the defenders down for a yard gain. Ball is placed at the 2-yard line now. So, second goal from the 2.
You have to get in the end zone.
Yeah, you do.
And you know, I know he's hurting, but
You have to lean on him.
lean on it. Even touchdown Brown.
Yeah. They're going to take a while to get this play in. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Looks like there's still a little bit of confusion. Going to run up the middle with Keyshawn Brown. And he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're kind of spotting back at the line of scrimmage. So ball at the 2. No gain on that one.
No gain. Nerves are high here.
Yeah. Don't want to see another empty possession.
Third and at the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Trying to punch it in here, you have to.
Yeah, you have to. Like you said, give it to Stevie. He's been your bread and butter all season long. He's been your bread and butter. Give it to Stevie. They're going to do that motion with Deshaun Jordan. He's going to get in for a touchdown. No penalty flags on the play, so that's nice. Wagner's going to think about going for 2 here. We'll see if they do, or if they look to just pick the 1. No, they're going to pick the 1. So as it stands, and good. So that would bring your score to Wagner 7, Skiatook 0.
Boy, that much needed points on the board there. And I'm glad we finished with a touchdown rather than a field goal. I mean, any points would have been nice, but man, the boys have worked so hard offensively, getting down the field time and time again. I'm just glad they ended up with 7 instead of 3.
Yeah, or anything instead of nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, we took the field goal when we were down in the 10, and unfortunately missed it. And then we were down at the, I don't remember, was it the 4-yard line that we were at?
I think so.
And then got sacked for a loss of 6. Finally punching that in. And hopefully that's enough to kind of open this game up a little bit.
So far, Wagner's defense has been dominant. What do they have?
Giving up 2 first downs, I believe.
2, yeah.
Oh, he's going to drill that one. Oh, that almost slipped through his hands. He was going to field it, though. Get him down. There you go. So that's going to work his way all the way down to the 36. The Skiatook Bulldogs do. And they're going to trot their offense back out with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first half. This half is going by very fast.
Yes, it is.
As you know, we have a power cut.
fire rescue ambulance. There you go. I'm going to a call. So leaving the game here, gotta go figure out what's going on elsewhere. Okay, so all of a sudden they're not in that I formation. Now they're in a shotgun look. So this is interesting. We haven't seen this yet. And they're a QBR with it. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe one more. Well, he took a kind of a nasty fall there. He kind of banged his head a little bit. I'm not sure that they shouldn't kind of check on him. Looks like he goes over to the coach here. Looks like he's going to get the play. Okay.
Much more easier.
Okay, so again, shotgun formation, 2nd and 9. Gonna do another QBR. Boy, they do not want him throwing the football. Oh, he fumbles it. I don't know who fell on that. Wagner thinks they are. Skiatook is signaling. They do. Wagner balls. So turnover, first turnover of the game, right?
Yes.
I believe that's right. So with minute 46 left in the first half, after Wagner just got done punching to a football in the end zone, we'll get the ball back at the 35-yard line. The Skiatook 35.
Yeah, minute 46. So plenty of time to score here.
Yeah,
that would be huge. And you know, they've earned it as far as marching on the field. Defense has earned it.
Yep. And it's like the Wagner team is still in the huddle, and the play clock is running, and the rest we're sick of blowing the whistles, so they're just going to let the clock run here. And so Wagner has about 13 seconds left to get this ball snapped. Looks like it's going to be a false start. Bulldogs. Not a backing up. So starting this drive at the 35, they're going to start at the 40 with the 1st and 15 to face. Okay, so we'll try it again. We've got trips left. Gonna hand it off to Stevie. Why not? He looks like he's going to break this for a big one. At least a first down. Looks like he picks up about 5 more after the first down. And he steps out of bounds to stop the clock to give you more time. So great play, great decision right there to run out of bounds.
Absolutely.
To stop that clock. Minute 37 left in the first half. Wagner is up 7-0. And the ball is placed at the, looks like, 21-yard line. Gonna hand it off to Stevie Brown right at the middle again. He's gonna be in there. Touchdown! No flags, so looks like we're good. So we have PTSD from that.
Yeah. Stevie Touchdown Brown living up to that name.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he had a hole, but he again, you know, he fights or runs with physicality to push it in there.
So about 15 seconds went off the clock on that drive right there after they forced the turnover. So boy, that was fast. I mean, it was 2 plays.
Yeah. And let us know in the chat if you're hearing us right now.
All right, so Bulldogs are going to kick off to the Bulldogs. So Wagner kicks off the Skiatook here with a minute 32 left in the first half. So it's 2-11. That's not bad.
Buffering?
Muffled.
Check. Oh no. Okay, so they're going to work their way all the way down to the 38 or 39-yard line. They're going to take over. Skiatook is 1st and 10. Minute 26 left in the second quarter. Ooh, just saw a little man, a little trick-or-treater just take a nosedive into the grass behind us. So, okay, so they're going to go back to, I believe it was Donald Fox who called this the Maryland eye. I'm unfamiliar with that term, but I'll trust you. Looks like they're going to pick out about 2 on that play. It looks like Skiatook is just trying to get the halftime at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, your offense has done relatively nothing.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you've given up 2 touchdowns. And really it should have been 4.
Yeah, haven't seen any. Have we seen any attempts to go deep here?
No, even when they went back to shotgun, it was a QBR both times.
Yeah.
One of them ended up being a fumble. So they're handed off again. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 on that one. So 21 seconds left in the first half. They might try to take a shot deep here. Boy, this is not the formation for it, though.
No.
So I would still be kind of shocked if they do. I'd be shocked if they even snap the ball, to be honest with you. They don't have to get to halftime. They will. Oh, flea flicker. That defensive line's back there with him. And he just throws it away. Well, I guess it doesn't matter what penalty they throw here. I thought that was going to be intentional grounding. He never made it outside of the pocket side to side. It is an infinite plane behind the line of scrimmage. And he just threw it to where nobody was. But the rest will keep the flags in their pocket. And we'll go to halftime. We will try to get the sound fixed during halftime. So if you want to mute your computer or TV while we check this, feel free. Thanks.
Oh, Josh, thank you.
Okay, hey, we tried to fix the sound issue. I don't know if it's going to be much better than this. Let us know sound quality if you can. Getting ready to start this second half, and the teams are taking the field. Wagoner should be kicking off to Skiatook.
Yeah, you're right. I'm glad you remembered that. I couldn't.
Well,
Yeah, I guess we need to get the ball first, didn't we?
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, Wagner moved the ball the whole first half, and then stalled out the first two drives right there inside the 10. But then they made up for it right there at the very end of the quarter, making it 14-0 with 2 late touchdowns. Let me get your scoreboard back. All right, and we're off. Kicks a little short, and they're going to call for a fair catch at about the 27-yard line. All right, so Skiatook has been in that Maryland eye all night. They went to the shotgun for 2 plays and ran QBRs both times, the last one resulting in a fumble, which led to the last Wagner touchdown. So curious to see, do they stick with the ground? We haven't seen them throw at all.
Right.
Well, no, yeah, we have. They've done the rollouts to the flats. I don't know that they ever completed one, though.
Yeah.
I know they dropped the first one. I know they threw another one, but I don't remember if they completed that one or not. Looks like they're going to start out in an empty backfield this time. So, very different look. They're going to motion over. Going to play action here. He thinks he has one. Ooh, they almost sniff it out, but he does complete it. And he is dragged out of bounds by number 6, Zion Corey there. Looks like he does have enough for a first down, though.
Line, first down.
Could be scary if we're going against a completely different offense than what we game planned for.
Yeah, especially going into halftime, you're like, okay, they're running exactly what we thought they would, and then they come out, and all of a sudden it's very different. You don't have really much time to adjust, at least with the players. So again, shotgun formation here. And they're going to throw that screen pass at the top of your screen. Great open field tackle right there by Deshaun Jordan. They pick up about 2 yards there. They give him about 3. Okay, so 2nd and 7 here. Ball is placed at the 42-yard line. That's the Skiatook 42. Yeah, so the announcers tonight are the Hurst brothers. I'm Josh, and he's Jordan. He's also running the camera tonight, so kind of multitasking. Drop back to pass this thing. He takes a shot deep. Deshaun Jordan out there at the deflection. The Skiatook fans wanted a pass interference, but, I mean, he wasn't running through the player. He held his ground, and the quarterback just threw it short. I did check the scores of a few of our district games at halftime. Cushing, last I saw, was beating Fort Gibson 7-14. Remember, that game decides who's first, second, or third in this district. They're going to draw back to pass again. They throw the screen pass to that feature back there. There is a flag in the backfield that looks like in the place of holding, but it came in late, so we'll see. Yeah, looks like it's going to be holding on Skiatook, so Wagner coaches will elect to accept or decline. We'll see what they picked. Looks like they're going to decline that penalty and force Skiatook to 4th down, and Skiatook already has their punt team out there. So Deshaun Jordan is back to return this for the Bulldogs. It's a great punt. That kid has a leg on him. It's a generous roll. Ball's going to be placed at the 17-yard line for the Bulldogs to take over.
So see if that offense can come out and continue to march down the field as they've done all night, and then, continue that they did like they did the last two possessions and actually, get points as a result.
Yeah. So remember, Wagner wins this game, and they place themselves into a really nice position to make the playoffs. Something Wagner hasn't had to experience in the last 20 years, but we have a little bit. That's going to be Stevie Brown breaking it out to the outside. He makes a few minutes, and he's still going. He's going to go at the 10. 5 touchdown, Bulldogs.
Stevie Touchdown Brown with his second of the night.
Boy, was that the first play? I believe he went for over 80 yards on that play.
Yeah. All of a sudden, he's got several rushing yards.
Well, yeah, I mean, on that last drive that the Bulldogs had right there before halftime, he probably picked up 30 to 40 through the ground there. So already over 100 in just two possessions, plus what else he did before that.
Well, and in the first possession, he had the long run that he got us into the red zone.
Yeah. That's right. So it looks like it's going to be false start on the Bulldogs. They're going to back them up 5 yards, and they're going to kick this thing about a... I'm trying to think. I'm trying to do math in my head. Not a great sign. About an 18-yard field goal here, and there's more whistles. Yeah, should be back another yard. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so from the where they're going to be kicking the ball, it looks like it's going to be about a 25-yard field goal. Sorry. It's up. And it's no good. It looks like it went far left. It's hard to see from this angle.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's hard for you guys as well. Is that still hard to move?
It's fine. This will just.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can loosen it with that. Now it's. Are you good? Okay. Okay, I need to update their scores, don't we? So that will bring your Bulldogs to 20. Skiatook Bulldogs to 0. So another score that we saw at half was the Grove and Oologah. According to the score that I saw, 10 minutes left in the second quarter was 49-14. So surely that time was wrong. It's a lot of touchdowns and not very much time. So we'll see. So this guy kicked this short again. They like to run this one. They fair caught it last time, and he gets nothing. It's like Bobby Henderson right there on the tackle and drug him out of bounds and tossed him around a little bit. There is a penalty flag down at the 45-yard line, though. We'll see what this is. Still no signal. We'll see. Oh no! Something on Skiatook, and we'll take it. Yeah, maybe. It kind of looked like a two. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what type of offense Skiatook elects to run. I keep wanting to say Grove. Their uniforms are very similar to Grove.
Yeah, we're.
They're going to throw that screen pass again. He's going to pick up about 8 on that play. That'll bring up, I guess they give him 7. That'll bring up 2nd and 3 here. Gonna take a shot here. They throw the little screen pass. Looks like they're right there to the tight end. He fights through a couple of arm tackles and is finally drugged down, but not till he picks up the first and a few more. So ball's placed at the 32-yard line. 9:17 left in the third quarter. So they'll stay in the shotgun. We only saw them go into the shotgun a couple of times right there in the first half, and they didn't even throw out of it. Now they're exclusively throwing. I mean, when you're down 3 touchdowns, you kind of have to, though. And they throw the little curl right there over the middle. Again, this time for about 12 or 13, but enough to pick up the first. So 1st and 10, ball is placed at the Skiatook 45. Do you know it? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I believe this is the best drive they've had.
Oh, hands down. Yeah. I mean, they only had 2 first downs in the first half.
Yeah.
I think they had 1 or 2 on that last drive. I think this is their 3rd already on this drive. He takes a shot downfield. It is batted away by Coco Colin Briggs. Great defensive play right there.
Heck of a play. Wow, he really showed his focus and athleticism on that one. Wow.
We haven't seen him too much in coverage this season. So playing a role that he's not, that I can't remember him playing before. I'm sure he has at some point. But did a great job there.
Yeah, it seems like his role has really stepped up this last couple of games.
Going to fake the handoff here. They're passing. He's getting chased by that big defensive line. Ooh, there he completes it. Oh, man.
There's a flag.
Looks like it's going to be on the sideline here. The Wagner coaching staff is confused. It looks like it's on the Wagner coaching staff. But they're confused of what happened. They didn't understand the call. So great pass by the Skiatook quarterback. It was almost picked off, though. It was kind of dangerous, but it worked out for him that time. Doesn't want to give Wagner that many opportunities going forward, otherwise this game could be put away pretty quick. So empty backfield for the Skiatook Bulldogs. Oh, they go quick pressure, but it's a screen. Some decent blocking out there, but he's finally drugged down by a plethora of Wagner Bulldogs. Not till he picks up a gain of 6.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2. 7, 2nd and 3.
Okay, so they'll stay in the shotgun. It's been successful for them.
Yeah.
So the screen pass to the to the running back. He gets enough to pick up the first down. They are now in the red zone. This is hands down their best drive. I believe this is their first time even on Wagner's half of the field.
Yeah.
15-yard line and good for another Bulldog. First down. Keep his hand up and get back there. Let's go.
So they're going to go trips at the top of your screen here. And look for the screen over there. They've been throwing that a lot here. So he's getting pressured by that defensive line again. He lobs it over and out of bounds. Well out of bounds. So incomplete there. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 6:38 left here in the third quarter.
There's that defensive line again. You know, force some pressure.
They've been a really, really good unit.
Yes, they have.
And primarily it's been Noah Pete, Anthony Harris, and Carter Brown.
Yeah.
And they've just been making quarterbacks kind of suffer a little bit all season long. They hand it off this time. He fights through a few tackles. He's finally jogged down, but not until he picks up about 15 on that one. So it's going to bring up 1st and goal. Ball at the 4-yard line now. Wagner really, really needs to stiffen up here. They go back to that Maryland I formation that's been unsuccessful for them so far in this game, but short yardage. They get into the touchdown, but there is a flag in the backfield in the area of holding, so we'll see if that's what it is or if this thing's going to stand. Nobody's cheering, so I think everybody expects the same thing that I do.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll be holding. So I'm back them up 10 yards, so that'll help the Bulldogs. But boy, they haven't shown much resistance so far in this drive. Looks like they're going to go back to the shotgun. They bring out all the muscle off the field and bring in more wide receivers. You know, you don't hardly ever see that anymore, where their quarterback is all the way to the sideline and then runs the play back in.
Yeah.
Most everybody's gone to hand signals. You got one in motion. Fake it. He's throwing it. He finds his running back, and he's in for a touchdown.
Not spelling past that time for Gold Road, number 2, but he won.
And you got to give it up to that Skiatook offense and really that quarterback. They put together a heck of a drive on that. If you're a Wagoner fan, you definitely hate to see that.
Yeah.
Because that kind of scares you a little bit.
Yeah. Because it's something they didn't have, or Wagner's defense didn't have to deal with at all in the first half, and all of a sudden it's a whole different game plan you're going against.
And with as successful as that has been, I'm surprised we didn't see that at all in the first half.
Yeah.
Especially as that Maryland I wasn't working for them just time after time, and they just elected to stay with it. So that'll bring your score to Wagner 20, Skiatook 7.
7.
So at halftime, Cushing is leading for Gibson 14-10, and that's at Fort Gibson. Let's see. Miami's leading Catoosa 35-0. At halftime, Grove is up 70-17.
Oh my goodness!
Somebody must have made Grove mad from Oologah. So they'll kick that short to Deshaun Jordan. He picks up a handful. I mean, almost 10, I believe, after he receives it. Looks like he's going to get all the way down to the 38. And there's a flag that comes in late to the Skiatook sideline. And they're still huddled up over there. I don't really know. Oh, everybody took a knee for a split second. It looks like he got up on his own accord, but there was a flag there, so we probably are seeing a unnecessary roughness or something at the end of this play. Deshaun Jordan is shaking up, though. Yeah, they're just going to call a personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Skiatook fans aren't happy about it, but I don't think the Wagoner fans were happy about the end of that play.
Yeah.
That just seemed like a lot going on over there after the play was over. So, refs get it sorted out. So I believe that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, if I'm not mistaken. 10. Yeah, he's going to give him 15.
All of a sudden, we're on Skiatook side of the field.
Right. I believe I heard Deshaun Jordan saying they stole my something while over there. So it got pretty scrappy over there. It seems like they took something of his, and he wasn't very happy about that. So this game might get a little chippy. They're going to do that end around with Deshaun Jordan. Can he get it out to the edge? And he does. He picks up, I believe, enough for a first. It depends on the spot. Looks like they're going to spot him a yard short of the first down. Great play, though. just not quite enough room out there to pick up the first.
Guess he's okay.
yeah. It was kind of limping. I believe he was slow to get up over there. But that injury healed quick. So even the chain gang thought it was going to be a first down, and they get told otherwise. So there's Stevie Brown right up the middle. Nothing they can do about it. He'll pick up a gain of 4 to pick up the first down. They're rushing. Yeah, they're rushing to the line. They snap it quick, and they had Deshaun Jordan out there. He fights through a few tackles. Looks like he picked up about 8 there.
Space it works. Get on the tackle. Game's done. Brings up second one.
So it's 2nd and 2, maybe 2nd and 1. Ball is at the, looks like 24-yard line. That's Skiatook's 24. So Bulldogs are threatening. Going to send Deshaun Jordan in motion again. Hand it off to Stevie this time. He plows through the first one, but back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1 this time.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd.
Tried to draw the Skiatook Bulldogs offside. They almost bit, but held their ground. So they'll switch to something else, and they'll snap this one. Hand off up the middle to Stevie. I believe he got enough. It looks like they're kind of spotting him short. I feel like that was a bad spot, but I didn't have eyes on the play, so I'll keep that to myself, I guess.
Too late.
As much as I can. So the Skiatook fans are getting up for this. A little bit the Wagoner fans. It looks like we're going to go for it on 4th and 1 here with 3:24 left in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs are up 20-7. So they're going to stay in the shotgun formation. They do. He's going to elect a pass, and he's brought down in the backfield. Loss of about 12 there. Boy, that was a lot of pressure quick. They got quick. Ooh. They got a lot of penetration. You said a late flag? Is that what? Okay. It looks like it's going to be on Keyshawn for spiking the ball right there in frustration. So that was going to give them, I don't know how many more, 10 or 15.
15-yard step off and the Bulldogs take over.
So probably 15 yards is what they're going to gain off of that spike there at the end. That's tough to deal with. Yeah, it is. Because instead of turning the ball over at the 35. Okay, so it just backs them up 5. Obviously, not ideal still, but 5 yards is a heck of a lot better than the expected 15 that I was. So Skiatook will take the ball over at the 40. Their offense was unstoppable last drive.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the Bulldogs can change that for them. He's throwing this. He's looking to throw it. He's not going to have time. He's dragged down behind the line of scrimmage right there by Elijah Love with a great play. Great open field tackle.
Big, strong kid.
He really is. Okay, so about 2nd and 15 for Skiatook. In the shotgun, looking for the screen, maybe the slant. The quarterback finds the receiver, but it slips through his hand. It looks like it was a little bit behind him, so just a little off target. That will bring up 3rd and 15. So, again, Bulldogs want to get off the field here to kind of take back over. This defense has been so dominant this game besides that last drive.
Yeah.
So bringing in the pass rushers here. Caden Holiday getting the nod. He has a little pressure, but he steps up through it. He catches it, but I believe he's short of the line to gain by about a yard, and there is a flag in the backfield as well. So, again, looks like holding, but we'll see. We've seen the Wagoner defensive line get a lot of pressure. Last time, nobody got through, so... And that will be a holding on Skiatook. So that'll back up 10 yards from the original line of scrimmage. So instead of 3rd and 15, this is going to be now 3rd and 25. I do believe they were a yard short on the last play. So had we declined it, they would have taken them to 4th and 1, but they're probably going for it. And why risk that?
Right.
I mean, especially the way your defense has been playing here, you have to trust them here to not give up that big of a play again. So they're looking deep. He takes a shot. He drops it. Boy, that was almost complete right there. At about the same spot that they got to before the penalty on the last play. So Wagoner catches a break there and goes through his hands. So it looks like Skiatook is going to elect to punt this one. Oh, they almost get to that. That was Caden Holiday. Caden Holiday's got his hand on a few special teams plays. So he's kind of made a specialist of himself on that. So a short punt, really only traveled about 30 yards, which, I mean, I guess isn't that bad, but whenever you're backed up as far as he was. Ball is placed at the 44-yard line. Skiatook's 44, and Wagoner has it. There is 1:53 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs are leading 20-7. They're going to hand it off to Stevie Brown. He's met at the line of scrimmage, but jukes and dodges a few players to pick up 2 there.
Yeah, the temperature is dropping pretty quick up here.
Yeah, we're up on a press box, but we're not inside of the press box. So, getting a little chilly. The ears are turning a little red. Oh, Deshaun Jordan with a nasty stiff arm. Boy, where he was getting tackled at would have been enough for the first down. He said, no, I want more.
Yeah.
Shoves the Skiatook defender down to the ground. So that Skiatook defender's feeling that. He's limping around and trying to get his legs right. But Deshaun Jordan does pick up about 20 on that play. Great throw there by Keyshawn, putting it right on the target. Keyshawn hands it off to his brother right up the middle. He's going to pick up a handful. I guess just a couple. It looks like 2nd and 8 with 51 seconds left in the third quarter.
I'm sure Wagner's willing to let as much of this time tick away as they can.
Yep. Yeah, so by the time they snap this, there will be about 25 seconds left, maybe 30. Gonna hand it off to Stevie. Stevie makes one miss, fights through another, and is finally drugged down inside the 20-yard line at about the 19. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 4. I would assume Bulldogs are going to let this go to the 4th quarter. Yeah, they're not even signaling a play. They're going to go to the 4th quarter, switch into the field here. So your Bulldogs are leading 20-7 for Skiatook.
So still a lot of work to do, but you're in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
You're handily in the driver's seat at this point. Yeah, hey, this would be huge for our boys going into playoffs. We have seen a lot of penalties, but overall the attitude, the aura of the team just looks so much better than it did last week.
Yeah, last week, especially right there late, it was hard to watch. I mean, just like you're saying, the attitude, the vibe of the team. It looked like they had already given up before the fourth quarter ever even started.
Yeah.
Tonight, obviously, very different look to them. A little bit more discipline. We saw the 3 holding calls in a row right there maybe that was the first quarter, at least the first half. I think that was the first quarter though. And really since then, minimal penalties. We saw the frustration penalty out here by Keyshawn when they didn't get the line to gain on 4th down and had to turn the ball over for a penalty of 5 yards. But other than that, I can't really think of any off the top of my head. Okay, so the Wagoner Bulldogs are going to trot their offense back out there. 3rd and 3. Ball is at the 19-yard line. Going in, so they're threatening. Looks like they have that muscle formation out there. So got all the big boys. Great blocking, it looks like, for Stevie Brown. He's going to get enough to gain. No penalties on the ground, so that'll stand. First down at the 15-yard line.
I was
about to say they took all the big boys off, but they brought just more big boys in, so. Gonna hand it off to Stevie Brown right at the middle. He's gonna pick up about 2.
You'd sure like to see him get in the end zone one more time to, really, it's only a two possession game right now, so.
And with as electric as that offense looked on that one drive, I think it was 2 drives ago. If they bring that offense back out, that's scary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like there's going to be a penalty flag. Looks like false start on the Bulldogs. So
spoke too soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cleaned it up.
Right.
We have it going to the 50-50 drawing.
So if the Wagoner Bulldogs can pull this off tonight, they will. Regardless, I guess we're hosting Oregon next week. But that game, the winner of that game, will be going into the playoffs. So it doesn't matter by how much. To the winner of that game will be going to the playoffs if we can finish this one tonight. And hand off to Stevie Brown for the end around. He gets a great block out there by Sean Jordan, and he's in! No flags in the backfield.
Yeah, Stevie touchdown Brown just making something out of nothing, like he does time and time again. What a great run.
Yeah. Handed off to him right there in the backfield for kind of a sweeping play, maybe off the tackle. Got bounced out, it looked like, by another defender, and then just hit the edge, and nobody could catch him. And great blocking out there by that wide receiver, Deshaun Jordan. Gave him that gap. And another false start by the Bulldogs. That's the second one on the PAT that we've seen tonight. Oh, sorry, that was encroachment on the Skiatook Bulldogs. So, and it looks like the Bulldogs are going to go for 2 with this extra yardage that they just gained. It sounds like the fans want to get out there and hit somebody, so but we're on offense, so I don't know. They fake the pitch out to Stevie. The defender bites on it, and it leaves Elijah Love wide open right over the middle on a slant. So
that was a neat play.
That was great draw up there by Coach Graham. So that brings your score to Wagoner 28, Skiatook 7. Now let's go check the score of the Ulagal game. They were getting blasted there at halftime, 70-17. Let's see. So this last score I have still is 70-17. Hasn't been updated in 22 minutes, so they might just be kind of tired of updating it. Fingers are getting sore.
Worn out.
Yeah. So Red Bowler's going to kick this one off. It's high and short, and he's been kicking that a lot here recently. Yeah. Is that Gavin? Number 16? I believe that's Gavin Edwards. Yeah, so Gavin Edwards there on the special teams play. So usually you're one of your running back core, but making a play right there on the kickoff.
Freshman.
Yeah. Pretty athletic freshman.
Yes, he is.
There is a flag down the play. The refs are trying to figure out what's going on. It's going to be on Skiatook. I didn't see what he motioned. So that'll move the Bulldogs up. Oh, sorry, I'm backwards. The quarter change threw me off. So that was on the Wagoner Bulldogs. Boy, and they pick up 15 yards off of it. I don't know what that was. So instead of starting at their own 35 or 36, I guess they're going to start at the Wagoner 49. So Bulldogs are up 3 possessions though. So a little wiggle room, but you don't want to give up too much of that.
Continue to get better here.
Yeah. Throws it to the flat man. He's hit hard initially, but didn't wrap up there. But he does run out of bounds at, it looks like, the 42-yard line. Maybe he didn't get up as far as I thought he did. It looks like they're going to spot him at the 45. So pick up a 4 there. 2nd and 6. They bring pressure. Javon Smith almost got to the quarterback in the backfield. Quarterback runs from, picks up, it looks like about 1, but we'll see where they spot it. Yeah, big of a 1. So that'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. 10:28 left in the ball game. Be a big stop here. Be a real big stop.
Yes, it would.
You assume this is 4-down territory if they get close enough. But we'll see. Maybe 4-down territory regardless. Gonna hand it off right up the middle. He's gonna pick up about 3. So that'll bring up 4th and about 2. You should expect them to go for this.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
It looks like they're going to go back to that Maryland eye. Well, maybe not. Their feature back is trotting off the field, so that's a good sign for Wagoner. Just kind of curious what their game plan is here. They do go to the Maryland eye. Let's see. Expect it right up the middle. They give it to him. Oh, haven't heard a whistle yet. Oh, there's one. Okay. They get him down to the 40. I believe he's short. That should be a turnover on downs. And it will be Wagoner football.
There you go.
So, great stand right there by the Bulldogs. Give the ball back to their offense with 9:35 left. Well. They're going to bring the chains out to measure this thing.
Seen that all season.
No, we have not. Even when times we thought they should have, they didn't. So, Let's see where this lands. Boy, this is going to be close. So, yeah, it's all around bounds. Great stand right there by the defense. Don't give them anything whenever they're desperate.
I know.
Red ticket number 170-371. 170371.
Wagoner will trot the offense out there. You should expect run all day long.
Yeah.
Eat this clock. So they have Coco back there, giving Stevie Brown a break. He was banged up earlier, so maybe just try not to get him any banged up more than he already is. Coco's going to pick up about 6 on that play.
Yeah, it was a nice little run.
It was. We've seen him have a handful of really good runs this season,
Yeah.
just intermittently. All right. So do you know what Skiatook translates to in the Cherokee language?
I do not.
Big Indian me.
Indian me?
Big Indian me.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess there was another Osage man named Skiatook in the area, and some people think that that's what the town is named after, but a little unclear. So great run again. Great blocking by the offensive line.
Yeah.
Great run by Coco there. Enough to pick up the first down. He got about 10 on that play.
He's fast. Once
He's
he hits
quick.
that hole,
Yes, he is. And I think he's a sophomore. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They call Skiatook the gateway to the Osage.
Okay.
Yeah, it resides. I believe it was Tulsa County, I think, and Osage County. So splits the town. Gonna hand it off to Coco, and he's gonna be met in the behind the line of scrimmage in the backfield. So a loss of about 2. We do have 250 viewers. I haven't been able to see it. I've been kind of in a split screen and won't show me the viewers whenever we're in a split screen. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. Coco on the outside there spins through one. There is a flag from the sideline official. We'll see what that is.
Without face mask, it looks like.
Really?
So it looked like he was signaling.
We do have 7:41 left in the ball game as we wait for this call from the officials.
Face mask.
It is face mask on Skiatook. So Wagner's going to get an automatic first down. So they're marching from the 40. I believe that's a 10-yarder, so they'll get them in. Okay, it's a 5-yarder. That doesn't make any sense. But hey, we'll take what we can get. So ball's going to be placed at about the 34-yard line. Bulldogs have a new set of downs. 7:36 left in the ball game. Their glasses got turned in. Maybe it was the officials. That's a bad joke. Now it's going to be on the Bulldogs. False start. So we'll give them the 5 yards back that we just gained from them. We'll back this up for 1st and 15. Ball will be placed at the 39-yard line. Gotta hand this one off to, is that Stevie? Here's that Coco again. I didn't see. Not Stevie. I think it's Coco still. So, he gets back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd 15 here. Okay, eat a little bit of this clock before they take this snap. Hand it off to Coco again. He gets back up to the 36-yard line, almost back to the original line of scrimmage before the penalty. So they bring up 3rd and 12. So here's an interesting one. Fort Gibson has taken the lead over Cushing since halftime, 24-14. If Fort Gibson wins by 8 or more, they will be first in the district. Cushing 2, Grove 3.
Wow.
So, be an interesting one. Now, if they win by less than 8, then they'll be second. Cushing first. Gonna hand this off again right up the middle. Now he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 4th and 10. 5:48 left and counting. You try to draw them offside. You expect a timeout here. Kind of let these last 5 seconds on the play clock run out, and then they'll spend one. You know, I bet if Coach Kimes could call 2 at a time, I bet he would. All in fun. The Bulldogs will be punting coming out of this, you assume. Wagoner trusts the offense back out there. So they're going to try to pick up this first down, it looks like. So, yeah, interesting decision here. They're going to pass for it. He takes a deep shot to Jonah Smith, and it's intercepted. They're going to try to return this thing. He gets back to the 30-yard line. So, interesting decision there. And they get back pretty much to the line of scrimmage. I mean, 5 yards shy of the line of scrimmage. So, but right underneath it, we'll take the field. So the Skiatook band giving us a little groove.
That Skiatook band's good.
They are good. They are good. They've been playing all night long, I feel like. Even when their offense is on the field. Oh, he bobbles it. And he finally gets drugged down. No, Pete out there to meet him initially. Carson Klinger to finish the play for him. Loss of about 3 or 4. All right, so we have 4 minutes and 26 seconds left in the ball game. There's already a flag, and nobody was even at the line of scrimmage. So, I don't know what that was. But it looks like it's a personal foul. And they're going to march him up 15 yards for a first down. I didn't see what happened.
Yeah, I mean, look, the game's in hand.
Right.
You have to clean it up. You have to continue to get better moving in closer to playoff.
Yep. Looks like there's going to be a holding on this play, potentially. And another flag comes in, and a white hat. And another hat. So there's just laundry all over the field.
Literally.
Literal laundry on the field. So one flag came in, and then at the same time, the white hat and another flag came in, so that was probably the same thing. And then at the end of the play, a black hat came in. So refs are getting undressed out here. They're talking to Coach Gilbert here, so it looks like all three of the penalties might be on Skiatook. Boy, I may need to go down there to figure out the math on this thing. That's crazy. Luckily, I guess Coach Kimes is a math teacher, so
Yeah.
I think he has it handled.
Yeah, it's got to figure it out.
Has to maybe pull out some of those calculus tricks that he learned in college to get this one done. Okay, so they declined the first penalty. Block in the back. Declined. Holding. Declined. So they declined all three penalties. They'll take the 6-yard loss. So 2nd and 16. Coach Kimes decided, I'm doing my second job. I'm not trying to do math for the rest of the night, so we'll just decline them all.
Don't need them.
Right. So they're going back to pass. They're going to try to take a shot down the field. He throws it deep, and that's complete. That'll be enough for the first down. He's still going. Finally dragged down.
Good for a bull.
Well, that almost looked like a horse collar, but it looked like he dragged him down by the jersey, by the back of his jersey, not the actual shoulder pads. So that'll be a first down for Skiatook. Ball is at the Wagoner 36. Hand it off up the middle to that feature back that they like so much. Don't have any rosters tonight, so I haven't been able to tell you anybody for Skiatook. Just showing off memory for the Bulldogs. So that'll bring up 2nd and about 5. 2 minutes 50 seconds left in this ball game. They threw it short. Oh! Oh! It's a bad penalty. That is terrible.
Penalty up front.
So the quarterback throws it short for his receiver to catch, and he gets lit up pretty well. I believe that was Deshaun Jordan right there on the tackle. And it looks like this penalty is going to be on Deshaun Jordan. I don't agree with that. Deshaun Jordan was making a football play, lowered his shoulder, and they're going to call this a targeting. So Wagner coaches obviously don't agree. Neither does the fans.
Yeah, I don't see how you could. I mean, he was attempting to catch the ball when he got hit. I mean,
Yeah,
nobody has that good of reaction time.
right,
At that moment.
right. So 2:40 left in the ball game. Clock is stopped. Ball is at the 20-yard line for the Skiatook Bulldogs. They're on draw back to pass. Finds one over the middle that he likes, and he's in for a touchdown. Okay, so Skiatook punches one in here late. So they'll I assume kick the field goal, and then you should expect an onside kick. Boy, this is an interesting decision by Skiatook. Is they have their quarterback out there, like they're going to run an offensive play. Yeah, they're spotting it on the side hash mark. Yeah, interesting. Why? Yeah, it's still a 2-possession ball game. If you miss this, then you're going to have to convert one later just to tie it. He completes it though. So, and Skiatook will tell the Wagoner defenders about it right in front of the official. I'm surprised he allowed that to go. Right. But hey. So that will bring your score, let's see here, to Wagoner 28, Skiatook 15. 2:36 left in the ball game. Expect an onside kick.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if they're going for 2, they're going to kick the onside.
Yeah. So
Skiatook not wanting to finish their season just yet. Remember, they're fighting for a playoff position too.
Yeah.
If they win this, which would take almost a miracle at this point, they have a shot to make the playoffs. They do play Grove next week, and Grove looks well tuned.
Yeah.
So they'll kick the onside. There's the 10 yards it needs to travel. Andrew Rathsack is going to handle that securely and just fall on it to secure the possession.
Heads up play by Andrew Rathsack.
Absolutely. It's that senior leadership, right? That senior experience that shines through. All right, so Wagoner Bulldogs are going to take the ball at the 46, their own 46-yard line with 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in this ball game. And you expect a lot of running and a lot of time to come off this clock.
Yeah.
Now, I think Skiatook does have all 3 timeouts left. You'll expect to see all 3 of those, too.
Yeah, this should be a nice, boring possession here by the Wagoner Bulldogs.
Yep. Yeah, don't need to get fancy. You know exactly what to do. Tries to draw him offside the first time, trying to get a free 5. They're going to hand it off to Coco this time. Picks up a couple. And Skiatook will call a timeout here. So the viewers are agreeing with us on the targeting call that got called on Deshaun Jordan. They must have backed it up and watched it and was shoulder to shoulder. That's what we thought it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, the ball hit the player in the hands, so it's not like it's a late hit. I mean, they obviously called the targeting, but there was just no justification. I didn't feel like. So Wagner's going to take their sweet time to get back out there after this timeout, and rightfully so, right? You don't want any boneheaded plays here. You know, a turnover or a penalty that's unnecessary. Just go out there, do your assignment, and get out of here. So 2nd and 9, 2:31 left in the ball game. Oh, a little reverse play to Deshaun Jordan. He has enough for the first down, and he looks to go out of bounds. So it gets all the way down to the 34-yard line. Play right there. So that'll give the Bulldogs another first down to work with. Skiatook still has 2 timeouts. The clock is stopped because he ran out of bounds. That's just one of those inexperienced things. Hadn't been playing. And I hadn't seen the field a whole lot, varsity-wise, up until this year. Not really been in the situation that much either. So they'll hand it off to Coco right up the middle, and he's met immediately. Looks like Skiatook's going to spend their second timeout of the game, or of the half. So still 2 minutes, 21 seconds left in the ball game. Skiatook has one more timeout. Bulldogs have second and 10 coming up.
Curious to see if Coach Gilbert ends up using those 2 timeouts.
Wouldn't put it past him. Okay, so Cushing has retaken the lead over Fort Gibson, 28 to 24, in the fourth quarter. That just got updated. Let's see. Ulaga is getting beat in the third quarter. Doesn't give me a time. 77 to 17. So Grove is just handling the Mustangs out there. Yeah, Wagoner has to beat Ulaga next week to make the playoffs. The winner of that game will make the playoffs. You would think after getting beat that bad, Ulaga is not going to have just much more left in them to give the Bulldogs. But Bulldogs are going to have to come out and want it more.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right.
So they'll hand this one off to Stevie Brown. They bring him in for this last drive. Picks up a yard, so that'd be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, I'm glad to see Wagoner come out and play the way they did today because, I mean, obviously we're the more talented team,
Mm-hmm.
we've had a lot of penalties, but still we played with some guts.
Yeah.
And after the end of last week's game, I was worried.
Yeah.
And they've responded well here. Still a lot to clean up, but they're playing Wagoner football again.
Yes, they are. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think at least most people were a little concerned of how do we come out into this game, right? I mean, do we come out like the season is over, or do we come out like, hey, it's still in front of us, it's still in our hands? And the boys came out and said, no, it's in our hands. We're not going to leave it up to anybody else. Yep. And we'll live to play another week.
Yeah, I mean, because I do believe if we would have came out and played like we finished the game against Grove, we would have gotten beaten tonight.
Yes.
But
yes, absolutely.
Instead, we handled it. We handled them, and pretty much dominated this game.
Yeah. No, you're right. Looks like Coco's in there at quarterback. And there's a flag, but from the White Hat. Probably a false start, if I had to guess.
False start.
Yep. So that'll back up the Bulldogs 5. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 14. So Keyshawn will take over the snap here. Skiatook has spent all of their timeouts, so Bulldogs can run this and run 40 more seconds off the clock. There is 2:16 left in the ball game. And that off to his brother Stevie Brown. He's met back there. And he's drugged down about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up 4th and about 15 now. 2 minutes left in the ball game, 30 seconds on the play clock. Well, I bet Kimes calls at least one more timeout. So let this league get all the way down to the second mark on the play clock, and then call your timeout and punt the football. We did see him throw the ball in this exact same situation last time. I don't know. And there's the timeout.
I think they're
So 1 minute, 30 seconds left in the ball game. 4th and about 15, 4th and 14 maybe. My offense is the only one in the huddle. No punt unit yet, but we'll see.
So on your screen is Jackson Steele working hard. Sophomore tight end. sophomore tight end there. Battled a little injury this year, but next year he's going to come back and dominate. So there you go. But right now he's just working hard.
Right.
About as hard as he works in class.
He's working me up a sweat. Okay, so the Wagoner offense will come back out on 4th and 14 with 1 minute 30 seconds left in the ball game. And they sprint to the line in a new formation. They're going to step back to pass this. He throws the pass to Elijah Love, who fights through an arm tackle and gets it up for the first down. So, drug out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, but it does give the Bulldogs another first down to just finish this game here. So, you would expect... Well, I don't know. I don't know what to expect anymore. Quarterback knee, I'm assuming with how far Stevie Brown is in the backfield. So, this should finish it. So, 1:10 left on the clock. Clock is running. Keyshawn will take his time to take the knee there. So, student section, the cheerleaders, and the band all celebrating the win here. 36 seconds left on the clock, 25 seconds left on the play clock. So they'll have to do that one more time, and then we'll call it a night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight on this Halloween. Probably saw some trick-or-treaters tonight. We saw some trick-or-treaters tonight behind us walking around the neighborhoods. So kind of cool to see everybody. I mean, we even saw the student section and the band and the cheerleaders in outfits. So kind of cool to see. So Keyshawn will take that final knee, and that will put an end to this game. No more timeouts to be called. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Happy Halloween. Have a good night. Go Dogs.